Self/identity. This is a young artist or young art exhibition, and this exhibition is curated by me, Wakilur Rahman, and K. Kasha Saba. This was organized by Prothom Alo. There is some context about it. We know the last 2 years there is in our socially and politically, if we see, we have a lot of happening in here. There is a lot of incident in this society, and the last biggest and very tragic incident is Holy Bakari. So we know for our nation, for a conscious people, for artists, for writers, for all the cultural people, it is a big shock. Prothom Alo, the daily Bengali newspaper, they're celebrating their 18 years. And that's why the idea is come to see or try to understand what is our younger generation are thinking. Because we know all the incident is done by young people, and the victim, they are also very young people. So we decided to make this exhibition. Actually, to make this exhibition, we try to understand through the process, to talk with the artist, to understand their artworks. Actually, we want to understand their thought process, their ideological positions, their position about social happening, political and other aspects, and local and global context. So we invite for this exhibition 44 young artists. It was not decided before, that is the number 44. But when we start to searching artists, at last is becoming 44, and they all are under 35 years, coming from Dhaka, Chittagong, from academy, non-academy. So how we judge, how we select the artist? Actually, most of the artists, we know their works, and we always look artists who is working or who have some reaction in certain socio-political context. So we invited this artist, we talked with them, we saw their artworks, and that way we see today these exhibitions. Through this exhibition, we find a lot of interesting aspects. We find the young generation, they are working in multidisciplinary. Sometimes same artist working in certain media, like two-dimensional media, but also doing film, video, also performing art. The performance is becoming very popular in Bangladesh. So this is one character, that is the young artists, they are working multidisciplinary. They are not very singular. So it looks like they are trying to express their idea, their position, and looking different kind of media. And we know there is also some, there is some, the last 15 or 20 years, there is a lot of new technology came in the society. The camera, the moving, to make movie or video, internet. So this is all a very essential part of young people's and the life, and they use these kinds of media as an instrument to express themselves. So when we decided the exhibition and we select the artist, we saw the space. The space is Bangladesh National Museum, and we also invite a young architect, because architecture also visual media, and we curator and architect together, we make the design, and there we took the wall as a symbol, because we know the society is very much divided and polarized. So we make a 40 feet one wall, and one side is black, one side is white. This also shows the radicalization of the society. how the young people, through their ideology, they are radicalized. And then we illustrate the works. There is three different section in the same room we organized. The two-dimensional work for the installations, this object sculpture that we use the free space in the gallery, and then we make a small dark space where we show continuously video and film made by young peoples. And then there is also open space, we say is Uthan. And this space we use for performance art. So the performance artist, sometime in the same artist who is have a sculpture or installation in the exhibitions, they make their performance. We also invite performance artists from other, little bit other discipline. Just example, who writing songs and play by himself. So it is also performance. Also musician want to express by in his own sounds. So we also call them performance artists, and we invite them. So it is a multidisciplinary projection or exhibitions. Another one aspect is very important, the issues the young artist working, or you can say they are provoked, they feel provoked, or you can say the issues they take to make their comments. And we saw that is very diverse. It is also true, we look for that, and we see the issue or the theme, the identity between individual, collective, local, global, and this play a big role. And then other issue. There is also very local issues they also use for their artworks. Just example, medicine in our society. There is also the environmental question. One artist also work the context Sundarban, the energy. There is also artists use the image, how is influence our daily life. From there to also artist who works through the international news and how we get the internet, and through this news what kind of impact we have in our life. And the same time they also make comments. There is also issues religion and how our society is polarized these issues, and there is also very personal issues. Anyway, we find the whole exhibition together. The young peoples, they are involved to search themselves, and there is a many discourse and discussion behind the question that was is the identity. So we give the name self and identity.
ছোটবেলায় বলতো কখনো ছেলেদের কাছে যেও না, ছেলেদের বাতাস লাগলে পেটে বাচ্চা চলে আসে। এইভাবে তোমার বড় মা আমাকে বলতো।
It is true, most of the artists, they are living in the city automatically, or you can say very natural way. The city complicity, the city life, it is part of their artwork or the theme of the artworks. And actually, we don't want to make difference the male artist, female artist, but we also observe the participation of female artists. They have certain kind of speciality, that is, they are also their issue, what they are dealing, that is their individual identity in our social context, and also sexuality and other aspect is becoming important. And some other artists also work on very absurd scenario uh, uh, scale in their artworks. But I think it is also one kind of expression or one kind of experience what is existing in our society, the absurdity. So in that way, you can say some of things, I will say it is not something new in the international art scenario, but the artists are very much physically and, how you say, with the information, they are very much connected with the international art scenario, what is going on in other country, and they take the influence, they take the inspiration, and but they are trying to find out their own language. I think it is a very important, interesting aspect, because we live in Bangladesh, but in certain geographical, political, cultural context or condition, but we breathe the wind or oxygen. There is no boundary. It has come from anywhere. So these young people, they are living in here, they are working in here, but at the same time, they are very much informed the context international. I find the context of Bangladesh young artist and art. This exhibition is one of the example, one part I will say, because it is not the whole scenario. There is also, our art academy. There is many art academy in Bangladesh, almost 7 or 8. Under the university and as an institute, there are so many artists coming out, and there is many different kind of path in there the artists are working. So I just follow, or our idea is to collect the artist who is working with cultural identity, social issue, political issue in local and global context. In that way, we invite this group of artists. But I will say that altogether, it is one kind of example. There is also other artists in Bangladesh working with different contexts in different media. So I will say we see rapidly there is a lot of technological use in their media. The conventional media is look like they're feeling to change for their expression. Altogether, I will say one kind of impression you get through this exhibition. I thanks all the artists who participated in this exhibition. Thanks to Prothom Alo also to give me support to organize this exhibition. Thanks everybody.